have actually never been here, so I brought a little bit of everything between the full slice and the playful half slice. Very nicely set up. This park looks really good. First initial impressions. Water quality looks spectacular. Big flat water pool there. Where do you start? Oh, you start up there. And y'all, I'm going 100% not knowing anything about this. I've just seen some videos here and there, so I'm just following the boaters. That looks really good. That looks like some springs down in Florida, honestly. That clear blue water. Looking over it here. Yeah, I do. Still put in and take out.
Well, the put in really is wherever. So
where's the preferred put in?
Where would you prefer to put in? It depends on your skill level. For those who want to start off slow, we would tell you to put in on the bottom pond.
Okay.
And then do some work out here and kind of see what's going on. As you progress with the comfort, you know, just here on the bottom pond, you can move around to the tail end of the creek channel, and you'll have some current to be able to practice some going back and forth.
Okay, that's good.
To kind of see where you're at. Once you're comfortable with that, then you could come up here. Actually, you can paddle over to the conveyor belt. Conveyor belt takes you up to the top. The water splits 50-50 pretty much down the creek channel, which is what you see to your right, and the competition channel, which is on your left.
Okay. And what about class difficulty? What would you say?
2-3 on the creek channel, 3+, almost 4 on the comp channel.
Yeah, skills needed, hole punching, eddy catching. Would you recommend?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Read water, but you can go straight down. I mean, if you have a couple good solid strokes placed in the right, you'd be okay. But the creek channel really allows you the opportunity to work on your eddy turns, your peel outs, your ferries, and still have some technical features in here that'll elevate your game if you continue to work on it. You know.
That's awesome. Yeah, so basically you walk in and you put in right here, or can you put in here and just ride the conveyor belt?
Steps over here where those people are. You can put in there.
Staircase right over there that a lot of private boaters have been using, so they're not carrying their boats all the way to this side of the park.
Yeah,
and that's completely acceptable. If the guys that have season passes and come, you know, during the week have been putting in right in front of the restaurant, like right by there's a rock beach, so they just slide right in and get going. People are learning where to go.
Well, awesome, guys. I guess I can just walk up and put in right over there since I'm already here.
Well, Joe said you were picking up a ringer.
I'm going to do some laps in my boat first, just kind of like see what it's all about, then get in that.
I wish somebody could go with you just to kind of
hop in. Come on,
but we got around.
We're missing that one crucial piece that we got to put some rubber.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
No problem.
So there's all the breakdown of the info we might need here. Those guys were super helpful. Everybody's super friendly here. The park looks absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend coming here. So far, everything looks really good. So I'm at the top, right where the conveyor belt pops out. Once again, Alabama, smoking hot out here. It is very warm. Conveyor belt pops out right there. This must be the rodeo hoe. Yeah, right at the top. Very interesting how this is. It looks shallow, but obviously spud boats do really well here. So this right channel is what you're calling like a teaching? Yeah, more like an easy type line. Yeah. Shallow there. Probably 360 these things. I can already tell. Yeah, that's a good little waves. This would be great for people working on surfing right here. You could surf that for a while. This these are some nice little waves down through here. This is like a steeper hole. You were going to work on like getting out of these steeper holes. This was a little bit more keeperish, you could tell. And I could tell y'all the concrete seems a little more forgiving. That one could be a little keeperish for a beginner. On that one. Like a lot of these whitewater courses, there's always some strange cross currents that a beginner is going to have to get over. Flat wall right there. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's a big drop. Woo! That would be awesome. Nice little wave right here too. Really like that channel right there, similar to the wilderness channel on the Charlotte. That's it. That was pretty fun, man. You're right, there's a lot of small little deep holes that you could play in there for sure.
Yeah, the other side's a whole lot more aggressive.
Yeah, so this would be the bottom once you get done with that. More of a non-comp channel. Surprisingly steep conveyor belt. That thing is probably a good 60 to 70 degree angle on the conveyor belt. Way steeper than Charlotte. Look at that. You're almost looking straight up. So you can come here and paddle and never get out of your kayak. And check it out. Unlike Charlotte, there's no rollers to go down. So you're not hitting a bunch of rollers, and risking jamming your paddle in there. You just kind of like come down and then slide off, and look at that. You're nowhere near the actual freestyle hole. And I will be doing a lot of Charlotte comparisons here today, guys. All right, so this is a comp channel. Yeah. What's the other channel called?
We're calling it the Creek Channel.
The Creek Channel.
Yeah, it's a little, a little more technical than any other artificial, easier side. So
yeah, I'm taking you've had more than one lap out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just follow you.
You want to Eddie hop or just kind
just whatever you want to do? I'll just follow you. I'll be here all day.
Oh, nice.
Large antics and large firecracker. Look at this. Hit the head. I can see that being pushy for a beginner.
Yeah, like Greg said, good play strokes.
Yeah,
really nice and hard.
You could tell like a beginner would be like, oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely. It just like it starts off that way,
Yeah,
easy.
No warm up. Okay, so you could go one more pump with 100, which adds how much CFS?
Reed, how much CFS at a one pump at 100? Like 150, 200? 200. We've run at 500, all five. We thought like if someone has, I'd say 400%.
Nice.
And then at 500, this gets just a touch pushier, so fluff, nothing too big.
Yeah, but not unsafe.
No,
but yeah.
No. The biggest reason we're trying to figure it out is spillage. Like where it piles up on the wall, it gets out. So
okay. Then you can lose water.
Exactly. So yeah, we want to.
That makes sense. Because this is a closed loop.
Yeah.
There's no outside water. Just so everybody knows, the bottom is where the water's stored. It's a closed loop.
And it's all municipal water.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Which one's Mo and Curly and Chip? So there's no Chip? probably the best 360 out here.
That is.
Do they have names on any of those?
Still working on that. A few of them do. That big hole at the top. We call it baptism. Just nice.
The play hole?
At the top of the channel, like you go
Yeah,
to that
the first one.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, baptism. That's what we're calling that hole. The restaurant we call Sweet Caroline. Just
Okay.
like three features. Over there, the last drop is Geronimo.
I could see that.
Yeah,
especially for a beginner doing that.
Yeah, and then a few other names. We have like that beach where it surges real high.
Yeah.
We call that Normandy.
Okay.
And then a few others have, people are still like, I call it that, but you call it something else.
Yeah.
So we're still working on figuring out some good names.
How much is it to raft?
$49.
$49.25 for kayak.
Yeah. So just like other places, that $49 is a day pass. So these people right here, they're going on our 12 o'clock trip, and if they're like, hell yeah, I want to go again, if we have available.
Oh, so it's as long as you're open. And what's the latest you can go?
So right now our latest trip is 4:30 today.
Okay.
The best way to find out that information is on our website.
Yeah.
You can book online. We had our water times posted. And then also one unique thing about us is a lot of people take duckies out unguided.
So you can rent those?
Yeah, it's the same price as same thing as a rafting trip. So if these people were like, oh, we want to go duckying later, they can sign up to go duckying if they have availability. And the duckies only go down the beach.
The concrete's definitely more forgiving than Charlotte.
Yeah.
You could tell, like, your boat would last longer here than at Charlotte.
Just with it being so new, I'm still I'll slide down. And
Dude, I mean, it's like, right now I would already be worried about my tail at Charlotte on those drops. So final thoughts on the Montgomery Whitewater Park. Oh boy, so there's a creek channel, which is like their version of the wilderness channel, and then the comp channel, the same it's like at Charlotte. To me, this park feels like it has a little more polished feel in the rapids. They're not as like cross current and trashy. It just paddles smoother. So this is a more smoother paddling. The play boating's pretty good about everywhere. There's play spots, surf waves, holes, everything. There's hole punching to be had, and there's some splats, some wall splats, and a couple of 360 like spots with a couple of little booths to be had in there. Overall, I mean, they did a really good job on this thing. I think anybody that's looking to kind of like get out for a weekend, I highly recommend this. It's not expensive. It's 25 bucks for an all-day pass. You could sit here, you can do as many laps as you want, get you in shape. The water quality is immaculate. I mean, I've never seen water quality this good. But the thing is, it's not like overly chlorinated, so you're not like, oh, it's really nice, and then you feel like your skin's all dried out and your gear's being ruined. This feels really good. Water out here, and it's late September. I hear that in the hottest part of the year, July, August, it is brutally hot. South, kind of mid Alabama, oh boy, it's brutal out here. But everybody was super friendly. Everybody was nice. Everybody's having a good time. You can't help but have a good time out here, from rafting, slacklining, kind of like just playing around. There is no bike course here, just so y'all know. There's not a bike course like at Charlotte. Not yet anyway. Maybe that's coming in the future. We'll see. But I feel like I could just stay here all day and just work on moves. So yeah, that's all I got today, everybody, on the Montgomery Whitewater Park. See you guys in the next video. Woo!